Hey guys, welcome back, Scott Assurance Arms. Today I wanted to do a little review of a Wise emergency food bag that I found a few years ago. So I was walking through a big box store 3 or 4 years ago, I guess it was, and I saw these on sale, pretty heftily marked down. So I bought one for each member of my family to go in the cars. So they've been in the cars ever since. I've not even really fooled with them at all when I bought them. Recently, the other day, I took this one out of the truck and got to looking at some of the stuff in there. It's okay. First thing, the bag sucks. I don't like the color. I think for like some type of survival or emergency foods situations, whatever, what have you, it should be like a brighter orange maybe to use as a signal device. Now it does have this little strip right here that you can hang out, for whatever, but I'm not crazy about the bag. Second thing I don't like about the bag, when I opened it up a couple days ago, it was a horrible smell. First I thought everything had turned bad in there, but I got to look at everything. Everything's still packaged up, everything's still sealed, so when I take everything out and set it aside and smell it individually, it wasn't the products inside. Stick my head in the bag, south of cheese all day long. So let's look and see if I can figure out where the zippers are, what all is included in this thing. First thing that I come across, this little flashlight here, which is actually pretty handy. It's got a little gyro on it, or whatever you call that gizmo, and it provides fairly decent amount of light. A little noisy, but I guess in an emergency it won't matter. I have a whistle that also has a compass, and it opens up. Appears to be waterproof. Also has a little, let's see if we can see this little mirror right there, and you can see the compass there as well. It appears it's got an O-ring around there, so it appears that it's probably waterproof. I don't know, haven't tried it. I would say probably so. Just looking at it, it seals up nice and tight. And then you come and you get a bag full of emergency waters, which is kind of a cool idea. The emergency purified drinking water. I haven't tried it. Water's water as far as I'm concerned, so it's probably better than drinking water out of a ditch, I'm guessing. I can't ever imagine a situation where I would need to drink this, but I guess it's better to have it in case I ever come across that situation. It's got a first aid kit. It's junk. It's just got Band-Aids in there. Nothing really that, if you're having some type of life-saving emergency, that this would do, unless you get a really bad paper cut. I would probably ditch this, or at least add to it some QuikClot or a tourniquet, something like this. But again, this is kind of a basic survival kit or emergency kit, however you want to call it. Has some tissues, which can come in handy for other reasons as well. Has this emergency Mylar blanket. I would take it out of there and show you, but they are a pain to get back in there. So this one's going to stay in the package. They actually work pretty well. They will keep you warm-ish. And they also act as a barrier for wind or rain. I laughed when I opened it up and saw this. It's actually an N95 mask. So I'm not a big mask guy, but in the summertime, yeah, or in the spring when I'm cutting grass, that pollen floating around, I usually slap a mask on, to be honest with you. This was kind of interesting. It's a little deck of survival cards. It has different situations or different ways to get out of situations. It has different things that could be edible in the area you're at. Different ways of finding north, etc., etc. Now we come. Oh, yep. Got some handy wipes. Junk. Poncho, pretty much junk, but again, it would probably keep you dry, unless it's like the ponchos we had in the Army, which kept us wet. And then let's see what else we got going on in here. Oh, here we are. Waterproof matches. I would just personally buy a lighter or two. I mean, lighters are cheaper than all get out, so you know, go to the dollar store and buy you a big pack of lighters, and they'll work just as well. It's waterproof. It's just got wax over the end of it, so it won't. So it'll still light in the wet. And then it's got these are water filtration. They work. Water tastes like ditch water basically when you use them. I would rather have like a live straw or some type of water for purification system in here, just because that stuff, I mean, it works, but you know, there's so much more out there. Live straws are dirt cheap. I'm thinking they're less than $20. So there's other stuff out there that's a little bit better, but again, kind of a beginner kit. And then we get to the foods. Oh, and you got a little biohazard bag. I'm not sure what that's for, but I can imagine. If you've been in the military, you know what a garbage bag's for. It has a whey milk alternative, and I'm not sure what that is. But it says there's 12 servings in here. So, I mean, I can't see me being out in any kind of emergency situation for 12 days in my truck. I just can't see it. I guess it could happen. I don't know. Maybe get trapped in a bad snowstorm or something, or maybe, I don't know, get lost. I just don't know. But you know, it's there if you need it. It has the creamy vegetable pasta. Now, what you're gonna notice about all these things, they're all designed for energy, to give you energy. They're not designed to help you lose weight and they probably taste okay. I haven't tried some yet, but they probably taste okay. Basically, you heat them up, and if you want, or you can just add water right in the bag and eat straight out of the bag. And then we have Hearty tortilla soup. Hearty tortilla soup. Actually looks pretty good, to be honest with you. I have known people that have tried these and said they're pretty tasty, actually. I like to spice things up a little bit myself, though, whenever I'm cooking different things from a can. There's one other thing in here. I got to find it. There it is. Just figure out how to get to it now. I know what I'm doing. There it is. Forgot this. It's a little stove, which actually does come in pretty handy. It's got I think they're the little emergency candles in there to heat up your meal. That does come in really handy. And it comes with the tin cup, which also comes in very handy. You could use this for eating, for heating up your food, or say you're in the snow, you can use it to heat up snow, to melt, for drinking water, what have you. Let's see what else we got going on here. Now this actually does look pretty appealing to me. Apple cinnamon cereal. So I guess that would be what the milk would be for. I'm not really sold on the whole whey milk thing. It doesn't sound very appealing to me. You got Southwest beans and rice. Now this one looks really good. Brown sugar and maple multigrain cereal. Again, everything in here is designed to give you energy, so you can get out of whatever situation you're in. You don't want to burn calories and not be able to replace them. So that's what these are for. I would imagine that they're also very filling, to give you a sense of being full, so you don't feel hungry during your emergency situation. Now again, I don't believe they make these anymore. You can pretty much make one of these yourself with a better backpack and about the same ingredients. Again, first aid kit, toss that, not worth a darn. I would toss I'd keep the water purification tablets, but I'd also add another form of water filtration, such as a life straw or something along those lines, just because they're small and compact. I'd also add a couple cigarette lighters for fires, and that's really about it. I keep it in my truck. Hopefully never have to use it. My kids and my wife both have them in their cars. Again, hope they never have to use them, but if we ever do, we got it. Now, in my area, we get a lot of power outages from snowstorms, from rain, wind, idiots. I mean, we get a lot of power outages, and this could come in handy, if you just cannot cook or you don't have any power for an extended period of time. Sometimes we'll lose power for 3 or 4 days. I know in kind of extraordinary circumstances, but 93 during the blizzard, we lost power for almost a week, 2 weeks, something like that. So it was getting kind of old eating cold soup. So that's what really started me on my drive or my trek into being prepared a little bit, because I don't want to spend another 2 weeks eating cold soup when you can't get out of the house and you have no power and you have no heat. So guys, it's not bad. Again, the backpack sucks. I do not recommend this backpack. It has an odor about it that is dead cat, is all I can tell you. And again, I do appreciate everybody watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We do take suggestions on things. If you see something out that you want us to look at and maybe evaluate, we can do it. Now, just a little side note is everything that I'm showing you and everything that I'm doing, I'm paying for out of my own pocket. I'm not sponsored or don't have, people sending me stuff to evaluate. And I will be as honest as I possibly can while being diplomatic, if that makes sense. I'm not going to be beholden to anybody, even if probably won't happen, but down the road I start getting people to send me items. I'm still going to be honest. I'm not going to say something's great when it's not. And if you know me, you know me, and you know how I am. But I just want to let everybody know that I'm still paying for all this stuff up front. So hopefully, maybe, who knows, down the road, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, a giant meteor could come down here and land tomorrow. Who knows? After 2020 and this year, it wouldn't surprise me. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. And again, I appreciate everybody. If you tell your buddies about us, I'd appreciate that as well. And y'all take care. We'll see you next time.